This question. 40. Super expected already I have written. That on MRQ also. Must revise question before exam. Correct. There are some questions which should be revised. Ilya Limited is a manufacturing company which deals into manufacturing of cold drinks and beverages. Okay, sir. Thank you very much. It is having various plants across India. Okay, sir. There is a machinery A in Baroda plant which is used for the purpose of bottling. There is one more machinery which is machinery B clubbed with machinery A. Machinery A can individually have an output and also sold independently in the open market. So machinery A is capable of generating. So can I say machinery A is itself one CGU? Means machinery A is a single asset which is capable of generating cash flow. Means for machinery A we can calculate value in use and fair value less cost of disposal. Machinery B cannot be sold in isolation and without clubbing with machinery A it cannot produce output as well. The company considered this group of asset as CGU and the inventory amounting to rupees 2 lakh and goodwill amounting to rupees itna is included in such CGU. So just try to understand what they are saying. Machinery A, machinery B, inventory and goodwill is one CGU. Understood? Even though machinery A is capable of generating cash flow, means it is also one CGU. But can I say machinery B cannot be left isolated because machinery B is not capable of generating cash inflow. Correct now. So machinery B is not a corporate asset. Machinery B was also used for generating, but they are not capable of generating cash flow independently. Understood? So can I say if you want to do impairment testing, we need to form one CGU. So this becomes smallest group of asset which is capable of generating cash flow. Means we can't say the machinery is one CGU and this we will not impair. Can we say in this way? Because this machinery B, inventory, goodwill cannot generate cash flow independently. Understood what I am saying? Therefore, we need to form a smallest group of assets which are capable of generating cash flow. So this become a smallest group of assets. In that, machinery A is also capable of generating cash flow independently. But you will do impairment testing of this group or machinery A group now. Understood? Yes, sir. Machinery A was purchased on 1st April 2013 for rupees 10 lakh and residual value is 50. Can you draw a timeline by your own? Don't see me, okay? Very good question. Without drawing timeline, so you will not be able to understand. And the residual value is 50,000. Machinery B was purchased on 1st April 2015 for rupees 5 lakh and with no residual value. Means 1st April 2013, 10 lakh and 50,000. Machinery B was purchased on 1st April 2015 for rupees 5 lakh with no residual value. The useful life of both machine is 10 years. Thank you very much. The company expects the following cash flow in the next 5 years pertaining to machinery A. One thing is clear that for machinery A remaining useful life is what 5 years. For machinery A remaining useful life is 5 years and they have given cash flow to be generated from machinery A. Understood? It means can I say from this information we will calculate value in use of CGU or machinery A. Yes, so this will become value in use of machinery A. The incremental borrowing rate is 10%. Correct? Okay. They have become year 5 1 lakh excluding residual value. The residual value is also given. What is the residual value? 50,000 is the residual value. This you need to keep in your mind. On 31st March 2018, the professional valuer have estimated a current market value of machinery A is 7 lakh. So of course 31st March 2018 is the date of impairment. Correct now? Is the date of impairment. Till now they have not given that date. Right now they are saying this is the date. means 31st March 2018 is the date of impairment. And current market value means this become fair value. Machinery A fair value is what? This is fair value, not fair value less cost of disposal. Correct. The valuation fee was 1 lakh. There is need to dismantle the machinery before delivering it to the buyer. Dismantling cost is 1.5 lakh. Specialized packaging cost is 25,000 and legal fee would be 75,000. Now, my question to you all, we need to find out cost of disposal. Whether valuation fee will be the cost of disposal. Yes or no? So, in this question, what is the relevance of this valuation fee? Huh? In this question, I am asking. They have not asked you to prepare SOPL. What will do? What you will do with this 1 lakh valuation fee? Fatafat. Huh? What you will do? Now every expense will be charged to PL only. Till now it has not been incurred. Sorry, valuation fee is incurred. Okay. So it will be charged to PL, you are saying na. Means for impairment testing whether this point is relevant. So I will say ignore it. Ignore it na. We are not preparing SOPL now. They have not asked you to prepare SOPL. But if they have given valuation fee for this solution whether it is relevant, no. So not relevant, bakwas. Random bakwas information. Bakwas. And can I say other whatever they have given, they need to dismantle, dismantling cost, specialized packaging cost, and legal fee will be the cost of disposal. Correct now. Legal fee means drafting an agreement for the sale. So that will be also a part of cost of disposal. When you are selling the asset, so it might happen some agreement is required. So for that agreement, some legal fee need to be paid. That is legal fee. So that will be also a part of cost of disposal. Okay. The inventory has been valued in accordance with Ind AS 2, the recoverable value of CGU. Now they are giving recoverable value of CGU is 10 lakh. This is entire CGU as a whole. Correct now. As on 31st March 2018, in the next year, means up to 31st March 2018, all information has been given. Now in the next year, means 31st March 2019. The company has done the assessment of recoverability of CGU and found the value of such CGU is 11 lakh as on 31st March 2019. So now they have given next year the CGU value is what? How much? 11 lakh. So they have given the value of such CGU. Now the question is that this is value in use or this is fair value less cost of disposal or it is recoverable amount. It is recoverable amount. They have given recoverable amount. Thank you very much. The recoverable value of machine A is 4,50,000 and combined machine A and B is 7,60,000 as on 31st March 2019. Means when you read this last parana, sir, everything is now confused. What they have given, but Jabardast question. Jabardast or not? But so many information. So many information means those who are not conceptually strong, they will not be able to proceed only. Correct? Now, if this type of questions comes in exam, what to do? You have two options, do or do. You have two options, do or do. One question can be left. Means as per examination question pattern that we'll discuss at the end of batch. Question number 1 is mandatory. That is of 20 marks. Then they will give 5 more questions. Question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 5 more questions of 20 marks is. So it means out of these only 4 need to be done. It means one question can be left. But deciding which question need to be left, that is super dangerous. Because point is that can you read the entire question paper and can you analyze this question if done in the 50 minutes which has been given for reading time, it is not possible. That decision can't be taken at that time. Means this question whether you want to leave or whether you want to do, because this question of course you know about impairment. Now whether you can do it correctly or whether you can't do correctly, that can't be decided. Understood now? Now whether I should leave or not leave, that is the point. And those students who take much time in that decision eventually will be able to do only 70%, yeah, 60%, yeah, 75% of question paper. They will take much time in decision only which question need to be left. It means I will say how to how to understand which question to be left. That is a point of discussion that will not do right now. But suppose if you are doing this question, you have two options: do or do. Correct now. And do or do at which point? How much time? The time requirement is also very important. Me this question, if they ask in exam, I will say it will be of 12 marks. For 12 marks, how much time is required? That also you should know. Normally it is what 20 to 25 minutes you need to do it. Now you are doing and you are taking 1 hour. Can I say bakwas? Because if you are doing correctly in 1 hour, then also it is not good. So it means do it at required time. Have you drawn the timeline? If you have drawn the timeline, most of the question, most of the part you can do by rote. So this is question number 40. Can you help me? So of course there are 2 years. 31st March 2019 na 18 and 31st March 2019 means there was some year 2000 at which year it was purchased machinery A 1/4/2013. What was the cost price? 10 lakh. What is the residual value? What is the useful life? Useful life is 10 years. Means can I say this will be 1/4/2017, 17/18 and 18/19? Means can I say how many year has been expired? How many year has been expired? 4. And current year means how much? 5 years. So can I say we need to calculate depreciation for 5 year accumulated depreciation? Accumulated depreciation for 5 years. We need to find out carrying amount as of this date, na? Correct. Similarly, one machinery B was purchased on which date 1/4/2015. And what is the cost? Machinery B, what is the cost? 5 lakh. Residual value 0 and useful life 10. So we need to calculate depreciation up to this year. How many year? It is what? 16, 17, 18. 3 years. So 3 years. So first mistake can happen in this 5 year and 3 year only if you are doing wrong calculation. And okay, this initial mistake if you have done here, then entire solution will be 0. Initial mistake is super dangerous in exam. Then they have given the information about machinery A. They have given value in use information that we can calculate. Then they have given fair value less cost of disposal of machinery A. How much given? Fair value is how much given? Fair value is equal to 7 lakh and cost of disposal can you give me? 2.50. Then they have given for CGU, they have given recoverable amount. How much given? 10 lakh. Okay, sir. Then we are coming to 31st March 2019. Correct. So they have given what? First, they have given CGU recoverable amount how much? 11 lakh. Then they have given machinery A. What they have given? They have given what? Recoverable amount they have given how much? 4.5 lakh. Then they have given machinery A plus B. Recoverable amount how much? 7.6 lakh. It means we can say machinery B is what? How much? This minus this 3.1. We can say in this way now. Acha, there was one inventory also. Inventory how much? Inventory they have given. Inventory they have given 2 lakh. Goodwill they have given 1.5. 2 lakh. So it means you have not written na. It means when you are reading you have not written this. When you read then only you write down. All numbers are important. All numbers. If you are missing it, it means you will die in exam. Goodwill is equal to 1.5 lakh. Now all information is there. Now once you have written this information now, it means now you are not supposed to read the question once again. You are not supposed to read the question again. Means you have saved your time. Otherwise, you are reading question 4 times, 5 times. And again, the number of times you are reading, it means you are wasting your time. So you need to read question only one time and write down all the facts here only. Now can you see everything is on the face of the paper? It is on the face of paper now. Correct. Now we can start. What first they have asked? Compute the impairment loss on CGU and the carrying value of each asset after charging impairment loss for the year ended 31st March 2018 by providing all the relevant working note to arrive such calculation. Correct. So can we start? First what we'll do, whatever you will say I will do that only. First we are doing as on which date? 31st March 2018. First what we'll find out? Calculation of carrying amount of both machinery together. Machine as on 31st March 2018. So we have machinery A, machinery B. What is the initial cost? Initial cost is equal to what? 10 lakh and what? 5 lakh. Then we'll do minus what? Accumulated depreciation. So for machinery A, it will be 10 lakh minus what? 50,000 na? Divided by what? 10 into what? 5 is equal to what? 4 lakh 75,000. For machinery B it is 5 lakh minus what? 0 divided by what? 10 into what? 3 is equal to what? 1,50,000. Correct? Then what is the carrying amount? Carrying amount we have calculated. It is 5,25,000 and 5 lakh minus 1,50,000. How much? 3,50,000. Got it? Correct? Whatever you will say, I will do that. Means whenever this type of questions come now, whatever you have understood, start doing. Don't think much. Whatever information given for the calculation of impairment loss, that only you need to apply. So can I see this is a question of 12 marks. First step, you got 1 mark. 1 mark is also very important. 1 marks is very important. 1 marks you got now. Thank you very much. 1 marks. Okay, Jindabad. Each step will think yes, we have completed, we have come. No, don't think about total question. Think by part. If you think by part now, it will become easy. Now what you will do? Whatever you will say, I will do that. Point number 2. Hello? What do you want to calculate? Impairment loss of what? Impairment loss of machinery. Which machinery? A. This only? You are saying, chalo likho. Means whatever you are thinking, just write down. Don't think much. Calculation of impairment loss. Can this will be maximum impairment loss of this? We cannot reduce the machinery A by this amount because they have given recoverable amount. So we need to find out maximum impairment loss of machinery A. Machine A. For this purpose, what we need to calculate first? Value in use. Recoverable amount. And for recoverable amount, what you need to calculate? What? First you need to calculate what? Value in use. Write down value in use of machine A. Correct. In that too you are expert. Year end. They have given cash flow, future cash flow. Then present value factor at what rate? 10%. And then we can calculate present value. So this is year end 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cash flow they have given 1,50,000, 1 lakh, then what? 1 lakh, Then what? 1,50,000. 50 it will be what? Yes, it will be 1 lakh plus 50,000. This though you have understood. Now you are expert in present value. Can you calculate present value? And can you give me value in use? Value in use is what? Everyone. 4,89,650. My answer is also this. Okay. You get another 1 marks. 2 marks you got. Correct now. 1 plus 1, 2 marks. You are happy now, na? You got 2 marks. This is correct. Now, after this, what you will do? Will you leave the question? Fair value less cost of disposal? Arey, don't calculate, don't waste your time. Write down this amount. Huh? You are taking so much time for calculating present value. I will also die. Present value you can do, huh? And do it fast. If someone can give, so you can also give. Correct na? In this calculation, if you are taking 10 minutes, then to ho gaya. You should be very fast in calculating. Correct? Okay. So 4,89,650 is okay. Now, next point is what? What you will do? You will leave the question or what you will calculate? Fair value less cost of disposal of what? Machine A. So they have given fair value. What is the fair value? Fair value is equal to 7 lakh. And cost of disposal is what? Less. In exam, can you also write down individually all the item? That you can write down in exam this legal fee, etc., etc. Or you can do plus like this. What is given? 1,50,000. 1,50,000 plus what? 25,000, then 75,000. And you can write down one note that valuation fee is not a cost of disposal. So this become 2,50,000 minus kiya. So this become fair value less cost of disposal 4,50,000. You got another 1 marks. How much marks you got? Are you feeling confident now? So when you think in this way now, don't think about complete part. How much you can do, think about that. Part. Now 3 marks you got. Now you are getting energy. Now you are thinking, yes, we can do it. Now when you will think about the end point now, then what will happen? You will be confused. So when you will concentrate on in the last para, reversal में क्या करना? Don't think right now reversal में क्या करना. Think about impairment में क्या करना first. Correct. Now point number C, what will be recoverable amount? So what is recoverable amount? A recoverable amount of machine A. In exam, of course, write down it will be higher of value in use and what? Fair value less cost of disposal, that is already calculated. Which one is higher? 4,89,650. Now we'll calculate impairment loss. Calculation of impairment loss of machine A. So what was the carrying amount? Carrying amount is what? 5,25,000. 25,000 minus what? A recoverable amount 4,89,650. So what is the maximum impairment loss for this? Maximum impairment loss is what? 35,350. It means, can I say machinery A cannot be reduced below this? Means right now we'll perform impairment testing of CGU also. We'll perform impairment testing of CGU. And when you will do CGU impairment loss, there will be some allocated impairment loss. Allocated impairment loss cannot be more than this. Correct now. So this is maximum impairment loss. Right now, this is not impairment loss. This is maximum impairment loss. Got it? Yes, sir. Now what you will do? Brother, this was point number 2 you have done. Now what you will do? You will do calculation. You will perform impairment testing for CGU. Madam, impairment testing of CGU. Correct? And this CGU consists of goodwill also? Yes, sir. So first you will find out what? Carrying amount. Carrying amount you will find out. Bolo. So what you will do? Carrying amount of CGU. Better you can do in this way also. I'm just giving one shortcut so that you can save time. So in exam, of course, you will do as per your way. But there will be one shortcut, so it will be easy. So carrying amount is what? Machinery A how much? But now machinery A, in this only you can do mistake. Machinery A amount will take which amount? Carrying amount. Which amount you will take? 5 lakh 25 or see 4 lakh 89,650. Huh? How much? 5 lakh 25 or 4 lakh 89? No. 4 lakh 89. No. I said this is maximum impairment loss. Till now it is only we have calculated maximum impairment loss. This is not actual impairment loss. So it means it will be 5 lakh. In this only you can do mistake. I was knowing. 5 lakh 25,000. Danger. Danger na? अरे बोलना रे. Danger. So I said this is maximum impairment loss. Till now we have not calculated it. We have find out this can be the maximum possible impairment loss for machine A. But we need to perform impairment in CGU and we need to find out allocated impairment loss now. Correct? It will be 5 lakh 25,000. Machinery B how much? 3 lakh 50,000. Will you add inventory? Will you add inventory? Very good. Excellent. 2 lakh. Will you add goodwill? Yes, 1 lakh 50,000. Total is what? 12 lakh. 25,000. This is the total carrying amount. What is the recoverable amount? A recoverable amount is what? 10 lakh given in the question. Thank you very much. So what is the impairment loss? Total impairment loss is what? 2 lakh 25,000. This is the total impairment loss. Now this impairment loss will be allocated. Allocated impairment loss. Batao. What is the total impairment loss? 2 lakh 25,000. This will be first allocated to what? Goodwill. To the extent of 1 lakh 50,000. Balance is what? Balance is what? 1 lakh 75,000. So balance will be allocated to A, B and inventory. Inventory will not be impaired as per Ind AS 36. So इसको तो zero कर दो. It is already impaired as per Ind AS 2. It is given that the carrying amount of inventory is as per Ind AS 2. Means this will be 0. Means it will be allocated to this 2. In which ratio? In the ratio of their carrying amount. So first calculate in the ratio of their carrying amount. How much? 45. 45,000? 45,000, 30,000. Understood. Now you only say, can you reduce machinery A by 45,000? No. Means maximum impairment loss is what? 35,350. So what you'll do here, minus how much you'll not allocate to machinery A, 9650. What you will do about 9650? You'll add to what? Machinery B. Very good. Understood. Super question. Super question. So this become what? 35,350, and this become how much? 39,650. Got it? Now you can find out revised if you have a space. Space you have. You have some space left. Revised carrying amount. Don't have to create a space. So this minus this how much? 4,89,650. This become 3,10,350. This will be 2 lakh, and good will become 0. So this will be equal to what? 10 lakh now. Got it? For this you got what? For this, because it's the most important calculation, you got 3 marks. So total marks you become 6 or 7 marks out of 12. I think up to this, only this point is the area where you require my support. My support was required only for this. Apart from this, everything was clear. Now we'll come to what? Next year. So point number B, now we'll do what they have asked. Check करेंगे. So point number A तो we have done. Compute the prospective depreciation. अच्छा, they have asked depreciation for 1890. So let us calculate first depreciation. Point number D. Depreciation for 1890. This is point number B. Okay, sir. Let us calculate. So depreciation is only machinery A and machinery B. So machinery A, machinery B. What is the revised carrying amount as on 1/4/2018? Already we calculated, it is 4,89,650 and 3,10,350. Depreciation. So its useful life is how much? Remaining useful life 5 year na. So this will be 4,89,650 minus what? 50,000 divide by what? 5 year. This will be 3,10,350 minus what? 0 divide by what? Divide by 3 year expired na. So 10 minus 3 7 years. Batao. How much amount? It is 87,930. This is 44,336. So what is the carrying amount as on 31st March 2019? It is 4 lakh 1,720, and this is what, how much? 2 lakh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm? What you are saying? 2,66,014. Don't do calculation mistake, huh? Got it? So you got an additional 2 marks or 1 marks for this. Correct now. So 7 plus 8, 9 you got. Now coming to point number C. What they have asked. Compute the carrying amount of CGU as on 31st March 2019. So reversal. That is a case of reversal. Yes, sir. So once again we'll come to as on 31st March 2019. Correct? Understood. Now, so we'll first find out carrying amount. Carrying amount. So what is the carrying amount of this asset? Point number 1. So carrying amount of CGU will find out. carrying amount of CGU. So we have machinery A, how much? 4,01,720. Machinery B, 2,66,014. Inventory will come. Inventory will come, but they have not given the value as on 31st March 2019. I will say this is something wrong in the question. Because can I say the opening stock cannot be the closing stock. Now opening stock they have given 2 lakh. But can you assume opening stock and closing stock are same? Means, of course, some assumption is required. But can you see in the question they should give inventory as on 31st March 2019? Means there can be some purchase, there can be some sale, there will be some valuation of inventory as per India's 2. So of course the value will change, but they have not given 2 lakh. So what is the best assumption? Batao. Will you take nil or will you take equal to opening stock? Best assumption you should take. Nil or equal to opening stock. Huh? But what is the best assumption? There is no closing stock. We can assume that there is no purchase sale during the year. Two assumptions we can take. There is no closing stock. So 0 हो गया. And if you are saying there is no purchase sale during the year, so opening stock and closing stock remain same. What is the best assumption from your point of view? No closing. No. That will be wrong. Arey Baba. How can you assume no closing stock by your own? Because they have not said closing stock is 0 na. That will be wrong assumption. Now point is that sir we have taken this assumption. Whether institute will give marks, ask ICAI. That too I can't say. If I am there and if you have written note that closing stock we have assumed nil, I will give marks. I will give marks because that is based on assumption because they have not given the information. You will take the assumption. But from my point of view, the best assumption is this only. From my point of view also, that if nothing is given, what will assume? Closing stock and opening stock are same. Correct now. Closing stock and opening stock are same. And goodwill will be equal to what? Nil. It is already impaired. So how much? It become 8,67,734. Got it? Correct. So this is carrying amount of CGU as on 31st March 2019. Can I say now we need to find out carrying amount of CGU as if no impairment loss was ever charged? Correct. So point number 2. Carrying amount of CGU as if no impairment loss was ever charged. Understood? So we can do that also. A, B, inventory. Goodwill will not be considered because goodwill once impaired, impairment loss cannot be reversed. Ignore goodwill only. Yes, sir. So what we'll do? This will be equal to what? 5,25,000. This is the carrying amount immediately before impairment loss, and this will be depreciated for one more year. Correct now. It will be 5,25,000 minus 50,000 divided by 10. What is the carrying amount? 4 lakh. Calculate 1 second. How much depreciation coming? Sorry, my mistake. Divided by 10 I have done. Divided by remaining useful life ना. देखो, I am doing mistake. You are also doing mistake. यहाँ पे कितना लिखा था? Divided by 5 लिखा था ना? How much? 4 lakh 30,000. Okay, sir. Correct. B will be what? It will be 3 lakh 50,000 minus 3 lakh 50,000 divided by what? Divide by 7. How much? It will be 3 lakh. Inventory we have taken what? 2 lakh only. So this is the carrying amount of CGU as if no impairment loss was ever charged. How much? 9 lakh 30,000. Now point number 3. What will be the revised carrying amount of CGU after reversal? That we need to find out. So revised carrying amount of CGU after reversal will be lower of what? Point number A, recoverable amount of CGU. What is the recoverable amount of CGU? How much? 11 lakh. And carrying amount of CGU as if no impairment loss was ever recognized. How much? 9 lakh 30,000. It means this is the lower one. So revised carrying amount after reversal of impairment loss will be equal to 9 lakh 30,000. It means what is the amount of reversal of impairment loss of CGU will be equal to what? 9 lakh 30,000 minus present carrying amount 8 lakh 67,734. So how much? 62266. This you understood. Now this will be allocated to what? Machinery A and machinery B. This will be allocated to machinery A and machinery B. This is the CGU reversal. But this will be allocated to machinery A and machinery B. Write down point number 6. Allocation of a reversal of impairment loss and revised carrying amount of asset of CGU. We need to find out what is the revised carrying amount of asset of CGU also. Correct. So can I say we have machinery A, machinery B and inventory. Now can you give me first what is the carrying amount of machinery A as if no impairment loss was ever charged? Already we calculated 4 lakh 30,000, 3 lakh and 2 lakh, and they have given recoverable amount also individually. So recoverable amount how much given? 4 lakh 50,000. Machinery B already we calculated 3 lakh 10,000. This will be the 2 lakh only. Correct. Now can you say after reversal the revised carrying amount should be lower of these two individual asset also? Understood now? So what will be the revised carrying amount after reversal? Will be lower of these two. So this is lower, this is lower. Correct. It is 4 lakh 30,000, 3 lakh. Are you able to understand? And 2 lakh. Understood? Now what is the present carrying amount? What is the present carrying amount? 4 lakh 1720, 2 lakh 66,014, and this is 2 lakh only. Look at the difference between will be allocated impairment reversal. The difference will be. Are you able to understand what I am doing? Have you understood? This is a point where my help was required. So what is the allocated reversal of impairment loss? This minus this, this minus this, this minus this. Can you give me? 28,280, 33,986, and this will be 0, and you can see the total will be equal to that only. 62,226 is 266. 266. Got it? And this will be the total, means revised carrying amount total will be what? 9,30,000. And this is 8,67,734. Have you understood? This was one part which require attention. How you are calculating. So once again I will repeat what I have done. Reversal. It is very simple. Reversal means what we have done. First we have calculated present carrying amount of CGU. This can be calculated in this, no doubt. One assumption we have taken about inventory. Okay. Then we'll find out carrying amount of CGU as if no impairment loss was ever charged. So once again you need to calculate depreciation on A and B as if no impairment loss was ever charged. Okay. Then we'll find out revised carrying amount of CGU after reversal will be lower of is recoverable amount and is carrying amount as if no impairment loss was ever charged. So we have taken these two, we have taken lower. Now once you have taken this point to 9,30,000 is the revised carrying amount and actual carrying amount is 8 lakh itna, the difference will be what? The amount of reversal, but this amount of reversal belong to all assets A and B. Now that will be allocated, means you can of course end the solution here also, but of course we need to also calculate what they have asked, compute a carrying amount of CGU. When they say calculate a carrying amount of CGU, you should, and you can also end the answer here also, because the carrying amount of CGU is already be calculated. That is what the revised carrying amount of CGU will be 9,30,000. But can you see in solution also they have done this, therefore I have also done this. They have not asked carrying amount of individual asset, but in solution they have calculated this, therefore I have also calculated. But this also you have understood. Can you see the individual asset also after reversal, the revised carrying amount of individual asset should be lower of these two also. So this we have already calculated. This is given in the question. Revised carrying amount will be lower of these two. You can add on lower of these two. Correct. Then we can compare with the present carrying amount, and the difference will be allocated reversal, and this will be the total equal to total only. Got it? Must revise question already I have given. So expected, super expected, because till now not asked in exam. Till now not asked in exam. Correct. I hope you have understood. With this, we completed this chapter. This chapter is completed from my point of view, but not from your point of view. Correct? Because you do practice, a lot of practice. But can you say we have done n number of questions in class also? N number of questions we have done, so that practice is happening in class only. Correct now? In initial days when I have taken India's 37, India's 10, then I was not taking more questions because that was more conceptual India's. In that type of India's, you need to do all the questions. Even though I am doing, it will not help. But in this practice is required. So once this chapter is started, you will find that we are doing a lot of questions in class also. Correct? Yes, sir.